The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
Wrestlingus Show. Yeah, we back, boy. Wrestlingus Show. Fuck those we ignore. Wrestlingus Show. Too hard for the meat. Wrestlingus Show. On the air every week.
It's the Wrestlingus Show, 1 week away from the Miss Lingus 2023. It will be on the main Lingus Mafia podcast next Tuesday. If you are on patreon.com/Lingus Mafia, you will hear the results minutes after the show is done. If you are just an audio person, if you are on the Godfather Plus tier, where you get to watch the video, we will tweet out to you when we are going live on the show, and you can watch it live and see. I will have the brackets on a board, and we are going to do the whole Miss Lingus right then and there. So do not miss out when you could be getting spoiled, because this show will normally be out on a Thursday for the Freebirds. So don't waste time. Get to it. And it's not like you're going to pay for the end of the month and then get recharged on the first. It goes one full month until you are recharged again. So then you could also listen to our WrestleMania pay-per-view special too, because we only do those pay-per-views on patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. I'm Cav. He's Faust. We are going to give you a rundown of WWE from this week. And I'm convinced, Faust, and I gave him leniency by saying Raw could be an hour and a half from now on. It probably could be an hour. It was
maybe we just
it was
start
all for that
watching
last
the Hulu version the next day.
It might
on
be
Hulu. They cut it out. It's only like an hour. And
oh my God, the joy, Faust, the joy. I was a little behind. I have a little behind, Faust. And I was like catching up a little bit. I said, this is the greatest thing to fast forward this. But when it comes to review, I like to watch because there's certain things that are said that are nonsense a lot of times. And I like to report on that. But it was another painful thing. And I go, I'm watching a show, Mustafa Ali versus Omos. This is a show I'm watching. I'm watching Ricochet versus Gable. This is what I'm watching. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Big WrestleMania implications here.
Holy shit. So let's start with SmackDown, Faust. Cody in the ring right off the bat, and he says he doesn't want to talk about someone. He wants to talk to someone, and calls out Kevin Owens. So he comes out there right away, and he says, I know what this is all about. I like that Owens, he does this with a lot of things where he goes, listen, we all know where this is going, because he says this like on Monday, where he's like, listen, let's not fuck around. We all know this is no bullshit, and so he tries to play it like it's real like that. He goes, I know what this is all about. I'm not into it. I don't want to fucking hang out with Sammy. Cody says, there's one other person that needs to be in this conversation. Come on out, Sammy. Cody says he has love and respect for Owens because he left it. And Owens gave him contacts to get himself ahead in things where he told the Young Bucks. And he's like, thank you to Owens. Saying, yeah, and it was, you got me in touch with people that helped my career, so I got a lot of love for you. Sammy talks and says, we've turned on each other so many times. We're together, we're not. So why is this time any fucking different? Which made real life sense. Yeah. How many times we turn on each other? Now you can't get over it? Fuck you. Mm-hmm. Sammy says, we don't got to fight Bloodline as friends. We just need to work together. Owen says, why would I want to work with someone who doesn't want to be my friend? I said, wait a minute now. I said, you cried this whole fucking... I go, now you make no sense. After all this, you go, now you're just hurt because he don't want to be your... He says, you get. He's been begging to fucking be hanging out with you, and you refuse him? It's like that you date the woman or something, right? It's like, I don't want you, I don't want you. Well, I don't want you anymore. Wait a minute now. Well, shit.
Hold on.
The whole time you just...
I'm sorry, baby,
So he's like, well, now why would I want to just do that? Now I'm hurt. that you don't want to be my friend. You just want to be my lover. Whatever.
Wah.
Yeah, okay.
He just leaves.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this.
Now we see Owens
I'm
leaving the
good. I'm
arena.
out.
And Sammy stops him outside and says, you know what? Forget all that stuff I said. I just want to tell you, I love you. And so he goes,
So I'm thinking,
and he looks at him like, you.
Yeah.
Why can't I quit you?
Yeah, he's doing the second guessing where he's like, looks back, gets in the car, looks back again, then drives off.
Broke back Sammy and Owens.
I'm like, so why was Owens on SmackDown again? He just showed up. Why? Is he a SmackDown guy or a Raw guy? I can never remember.
We drill that joke into the ground every week because it's true.
I'm just saying. He showed up for one segment and left.
Faust, you sound like OJ.
Wherever the fuck this was filmed. Showed up and left.
Faust with his OJ impression. I'm just saying. Take care. Santos and Zelina versus Dom and Mom.
So as soon as I see this match, I'm like, okay, we've seen Rhea wrestle Zelina in the past, and we know how this ends. It's with fucking Rhea just plowing Zelina.
I thank you. Aleister Black said, excuse me? And I wrote, man, Santos still can't beat Dominic. The fuck is this? A hell of a sell job by Rhea for Zelina on a DDT. Very good. Fucking like stuck and flipped over. Whoa, loopy.
I was gonna say they actually made Zelina actually look good
help
for
around
a minute here.
Do you notice how low Zelina's nipples are? She wears outfits that are down to here, Faust, and I'm like, those nipples are straight underneath. They're like fucking cow udders down. I'm like, she could wear the lowest. It's like somebody who had cancer and had their nipples removed. I go, she could wear a fucking topless fucking outfit, and be fine with it.
Nobody would know.
Yeah, a fucking 2 strips of fucking dental floss down the middle. Riptide on Zelina for the win. After Dom talks about, he says, Ray's a deadbeat dad, of course. We're going to see now Ray arriving to the ring.
We go to commercial.
Yeah, of course. Ray says,
commercial for A&E Superstar Sunday with Paige biography.
Files, we should do a fucking show
this?
on those because, I was waiting for it to fade to black and go, Paige has since unretired and done this and this and this. And I'm like, they leave the show that Paige retired and is now not working.
Of course.
Okay.
This is produced by WWE, so.
And they're like, never mind the real life.
And she never wrestled again.
Never again. They were like, we're not going to show that horrible spray painting. Don't fucking do it. It's going to look bad.
Well, technically, Paige hasn't wrestled again.
Oh, yeah, there you go, Fuzz. There you go.
Soraya.
Yes. Ray says he wasn't the best dad, and he missed stuff. But he was making money for the family. I love that it's always these, it's just the Billy Gunn thing to, my daddy.
I had to give you the life that I never had.
I could
so
only
you can have these
dream.
brand names and the Louis, the Prada. Of course, he's got a name drop because that was the joke. Every time we see the family, they're always wearing the fucking
Louis
and the Gucci and everything.
Every time. Ray says, anyone else talk to me like this, like a punk, he'd go in there and whip. But you're my son, and I won't ever fight you. And he leaves. So when he fights Dom, do we want to do predictions? Because I've been wrestling with this myself. I think Dom wins. The crowd really wants to see, but I for one think Ray would want Dom to win because this is a good, let's help him to push. If he wins, it's I fucking beat my fight. And it's one of those out of nowhere fucking pins where he's like, motherfucker.
Or it's going to be Priest helping him or something.
Or I'll tell you exactly how it fucking ends. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Kick to the balls. That's fucking 100% what's going to fucking happen. It's, I'm sorry. And he's going to feel bad for him. I never met. Who the fuck did this already? Somebody did this. Where they lured them in with the I'm sorry. And he's like, oh, fuck. And then they fucked him. So,
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I still hope that Ray keeps saying no match, does his Hall of Fame speech,
and then has a
Dom
match.
fucks him up at the Hall of Fame speech. That's
Jesus. I'm telling you, yank the mask right off his fucking head. This is to get into a fatal four-way at Mania?
Oh, breaking news. We had 2 WrestleMania showcase matches announced.
Showcase? What does that even fucking... That's free-for-all, Faust, is what that is.
They said, listen, we're not going to put everybody in a battle royal. We're just going to have 2 8-person tag matches, right?
Man, talk about a piss break. Holy fuck. Liv and Gonzalez versus Emma and Knox. I go 2 less random throws together.
I wonder who's going to win this
Holy
one.
shit. I didn't even write down one thing that happened. I go, who gives a fuck when it comes to this?
I wrote Liv and Raquel versus Emma and Knox. LOL. Well, we know who's going to win this. That's all I wrote.
Man. All right. They're in KC, and they say home of big WWE fan Patrick Mahomes, and they show him with the belt. Bitch, you fucking made him wear this shit after they won the championship. What are you talking about? Big fan. Here's this belt. Wear it. Of ours. Thank you. Probably. I bet she doesn't even watch. Who? What's his name?
I'm a big fan of The Rock.
Yeah, it's all going to be the fucking 90s, guys. Charlotte comes out to the ring saying...
in her 6-inch heels.
Thank you, Faust, with the story. Fucking, she's like, fuck you, I'm wearing my heels. Fucking Rhea should go out there with those big fucking Frankenstein boots then.
Yeah.
Same shit. She's out there saying, oh, Mania with Flair's a champion, Rhodes is a challenger. That's the way it should be with all this. Okay.
I was going to say, when did this ever happen in WWE at WrestleMania? Where Rhodes was a challenger.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go back to the NWA.
Flair was a champion.
Raw. Rhea comes out saying everyone fears her except for Charlotte, and it pisses her off. Says, I need to beat you to become a star. I said, well, that's finally a promo. She made sense and fucking not just...
No.
Because every promo, Faust, I listen to it, and I pretty much write, in a promo, she says she's going to win. It's every time. It's I'm going to win. No. Dom distracts Rhea. Dom distracts Charlotte, and Rhea clocks her. Then they brawl.
Yeah, then we get a brawl. So we finally got something at least. Nice little brawl. I
am picking the nice little brawl. I'm picking this to happen now, Faust. I have a couple predictions I'm going to throw out to you first. I am saying Charlotte should wear the Kill Bill outfit at Mania. I think she could pull off that cosplay because she practically had on that outfit when I saw it. I was like, oh, that's fucking
Didn't
almost
Becky wear that already?
She did, but it's better with it. You blonde, tall. That's better off.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, Sammy interview in the back. You know, it's an emotional night for him. Okay. Woods versus L.A. Knight. Yeah. He better be on a streak after this Mania because this is bullshit.
Oh, boy.
I'm so aggravated.
Everything resets after Mania, right?
Yeah. I'm like, that's all I keep telling. I go, all right, hang in until after Mania. Hang in. Now you're fucking losing to Woods. Okay. Muda going into the Hall of Fame. We'll get that.
Great.
L.A. Knight's in the back. Kayla goes to ask him about, so what happened tonight? But then he sees Ray signing autographs. He goes, what are you doing there? Signing autographs? I go, hey, big gulps, huh? Hey, signing autographs? Cool. And he goes, hey, since your son won't fight you, your goofy son won't fight you, he said. Fucking, how about I'll do it? It'll be...
I'll be the deadbeat dad.
I'll be there, and I'll even call myself LA Mysterio. How do you like about that? And I'll be a deadbeat dad too. And he gets punched in the face. I like it. He's always like this afterwards too. Yeah, he said something special. What do you say?
He's like, what do you say? What the hell? I think he said, what the hell did he say?
He's so great.
It's entertaining.
Drew versus Sheamus to go to Mania. Gunther's at ringside. Old Stu Bennett gives him headphones. It says, so what if Sheamus wins this? He says, I will do my duty and defend my title and win. He says, so what if Drew wins this? Gunther goes, you're so ill-prepared with questions. This is horrible. It's true. What do you mean? What if he wins? I'll beat him too. What the fuck question is this? Oh my God! I wish. See, this is when I wish I was on TV for this kind of stuff. Where if I was that guy, I'd be like, "What the fuck?" Go like this. Let's take a guess. I'll beat him too. Imagine. Refer back to question 1. Go back to the first answer I gave you and repeat. Drew and Sheamus knock each other out. Gunther gets in the ring, yelling and making the referee stop. No, somebody's got to win, and he's yelling at them to get up, do your shit, and then everybody, of course, they jump on him instead. Then Imperium jumps in the ring. Too. So now, as we know, it's
double DQ.
Yeah, you know how that. Like I said, it's gonna go like this. So, Jay and Sammy.
Pierce makes it official. It's going to be a triple threat.
Yeah, he goes, so you did this
Gunther
to
wanted
yourself.
it to be one-on-one all the time. Yes. Well, Gunther should be mad at his fucking cronies because he's the one that got him DQ'd.
Jay and Sammy get face-to-face. A hell of a promo by both, Faust.
Is this what you want, my dog? I pulled up.
I love all these stupid yeets and... I go, what has happened to our society, Faust? This is what the fucking language has turned into.
My dog.
Jay hits Sammy, and then Jimmy shows up, and they beat up Sammy. Owens' music hits, and they fucking look to the front and wait for him to come in. He shows up from the behind.
Hear the music and fucking Michael Cole. Could it be?
Oh my God, he's actually gonna help him? What is this possible? Or is this just a fucking rib? They beat the shit out of, they beat up the bad guys then, and they leave, and the whole crowd is yelling, "Hug it out!" And Owens and Sammy hug. All is forgiven. Cody watches in the back with a smile, Fuss. What a big smile.
Proud father in the back.
So here is my thought, Faust. Let me see where I have it written down. I have this whole thing written down to what I think they should do. Here was a thought too. So if it's the 1,000 days after the Saudi match, right? That's how long he would have it, right? I said, now can they get around this? And here's how you do it. And you gotta figure out the gazintas first, though, Faust, before we know 100%. Do you have Cody win it in Saudi Arabia? Is it still 1,000 days? Why do I say that? What time of day did Roman win? It's a whole different fucking day in Saudi.
Mm-hmm.
Could he jump ahead? Aha. And that's their bullshit. Still got 1,000 days. What are you talking about? He lost the day before. No.
The Hulk Hogan lie where Hulk Hogan said he wrestled in Japan and then flew to America and wrestled the same day.
It's true. That was the greatest. It's the same day because it's the 7th. Oh, I forgot all about that. It's fucking great. Oh, my God. All right. I have some other stuff. I don't know where the fuck it's written down. I get to it. I really have in my head a mashup of Cody music before he comes out of Mania, going through all 3 of his fucking things. And you remember they used to have that video where it was like they would film the guy and he'd fucking be standing and he'd do a twirl around. The camera would just go around him and they'd be like fucking posing. I see that fucking video morphing from his legacy thing into the Stardust thing into the him now. That's what I see on the fucking Tron too.
Or does it go from him tagging with, it was Holly, right? Who he first teamed with?
What?
When he first came up? Wasn't he tagging with, who was he tagging with? Was it Bob
That
Holly?
was the fucking legacy he was always with.
Well, no, then he turned on Bob Holly to join fucking DiBiase. Or am I losing my mind?
I don't have a fucking clue.
And then he had was it the mustache first and then the mask?
Oh, yeah, I forget he's got to go to dashing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the mustache, that was fucking great.
The disfigured Cody Rhodes with the mask. Because he took the 619
and
broke his nose.
Fucking disfigured, fucking handing out fucking bags.
Don't look at me.
So great.
The music changed.
Yeah, it was a dark smoke and mirrors. Oh, all right. let's go on to Raw and let's go on to the Patreon side. And people get the very end of this on the Freebirds, of course, like they always do. But remember, you want to join into Miss Lingus and get it live and get it on time. Don't wait till Thursday. It's going to get ruined when you go to our Twitter, which is at Lingus Mafia. You want to go to patreon.com/Lingus Mafia and get all your good nonsense. If you want to watch the video live with all our reactions and the boards and everything, that's on Godfather Plus tier. If you just want to hear it after it's done, after it's recorded, then you will hear it the same day on Patreon. And we're also going to have a I Voted for Miss Lingus 2023 t-shirt with the names and the new winner on it and a spooge where the voted check mark would be. Faust, thank you. That's it. Get over there. We'll see you.
I'm undefeated, never lost.
This is Cav Manning from the Lingus Mafia podcast and host of the Wrestlingus Show. Why would you listen to the same old run-of-the-mill wrestling review show? Instead, listen to the Wrestlingus Show. We bust balls and say what you're thinking.
Black shows up and spooges in Julia's face. I don't know why she's freaked out. You know this is old hat.
And that was a light one compared to what she's probably used.
Yeah.
We dove deep into Aaliyah's debut.
She pukes all over her tits.
Like she spit up a bowl of soup or something, tomato soup.
What should Dewdrop's flying crossbody be called?
Beware of the hog splash.
Go to patreon.com/Lingus Mafia and sign up for as little as $5. To find out where to listen to some of these shows for free, go to Twitter at Lingus Mafia.
What was this, Puerto Rican mom?
Yeah, Puerto Rican ma. How about that? Yeah, she would have said, fucking knock this fucker out and then spit on him for good measure. One of these things. So I was like, all right, he says he doesn't want his father mentioned in these promos anymore. I can't wait to hear Billy's response about this. Now, what are you going to say? Because that was always all he does is use his father. But he'll say he used his father here to not use his father, And I said, okay, well, he said from now on. So,
got to get a brandy run in at Mania then.
To call somebody a heifer. That's what we need. Heifer. All right.
I do like that they're teasing that there is cracks, So, like, I try to think about, like, okay, if Cody wins, then what happens to the bloodline? Is there somehow the Usos are involved and then Roman blames the Usos? And I don't know.
It's going to be
hard to see how the summer is going to go.
Another note I had.
Roman and everybody else,
Another note I had was they can make I don't even know, a documentary, but like the old WWE DVDs that I have, right? But do it for network, just digital, whatever. The whole bloodline story. It's from, he came out with fucking Paul. It is a fucking giant full thing you could do.
I don't know if it's on the network or YouTube, but I heard somebody talking about it. There's like an hour and a half of the whole storyline.
Really? It's not done, though. What are they doing? Wait until he loses the fucking title. The fuck? But I'm like,
get you ready for Mania.
I mean, he came out with Paul and you went, what the fuck is this? And he signed it to walk out. All of that from Jay being against him and then fucking getting Jimmy against him, going with him then. And man, there's a lot of great shit. Good shit, pal. All right. We are done. We are out of here. Fausti, next week, like we said, Miss Lingus will be revealed. If you want to be in on it, patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. Be on the Godfather Plus tier. You won't get a double charge if you jump on at the end of the month. It will take 1 full month. So you still will get our WrestleMania review.
Get those
Mania
reviews.
You'll be in the Mania review. And Faust, it's going to be, we got 2 Mania reviews that we're going to be doing on Patreon. And I think we're also going to be reviewing Hall of Fame on a separate show as well. We'll have something to talk about on there. So it's Mania season. There's going to be a lot more content with your wrestling stuff. So if you want to watch, it's on Godfather Plus. If you want to listen, all you got to do is actually join in for $5. And you'll get all your wrestling stuff plus Miss Lingus too next week. So that is your best bet. Jump on while you can. Faust, I got to tell you, that was a perfect wrestling podcast.
Well, let's not put our foot through a Van Gogh, people. That was great.